Hey, it's me again. And it's been a while, and not much has really changed other than the fact that I've dyed my hair again. And I've got some viewer questions. The first one I'm going to address is a question about what my favorite band is. And that's a really hard question for me to answer, but when it comes down to it, I gotta say it's probably Taylor Swift, because I love Taylor Swift. I would marry her if I could. Or Gucci Mane. Really weird combination of music, but that's just how I am. I'm kind of to one extreme or the other. And a lot of people have been asking more of personal questions about me, less of the statistics. So I kind of decided that I should tell you about that, considering that I hang out with kids who get in trouble. They're the kids who are always on house arrest, always getting locked up. That doesn't mean we're all bad kids. We just don't think before we act. I'm my own person. I don't take people's shit lightly. And if you make me mad, I probably will never have a civil conversation with you ever again. I'm kind of weird, quirky, goofy, retarded, take your choice of words. And yes, I know I come across as a bitch. That's just who I am. That's what you have to deal with. I get confused really easy, and I'm pretty much brain fried because I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic. So, I don't think too quickly on my feet. Once you're my friend, I'm a really loyal friend. I will do anything for you, no matter what. I'm that girl who ended up plowing out my ex-boyfriend who I loathe just because he's one of my best friends. I plowed him out of a snowbank this winter. 3 a.m. But I'm stubborn as a mule, and I tend to do things just because people told me not to, just to be spiteful. And I tend to overcompensate about everything. If I'm in a bad mood, I act obnoxiously happy. If I'm happy, then I try to be as depressed looking as I can, just so people don't bother me. And I'm really pessimistic, which is kind of a bad thing because you can't really cheer me up when I'm down. But that doesn't happen very often. There are days where I feel like I can do and say insightful things that are going to touch everybody's heart, and today's kind of one of those days, and I kind of figured why not preach to everybody on the internet, all you YouTubers, and I kind of realized that I'm somebody who needs comfort and stability and somebody to lean on so that I know I'm safe, and I've been in a relationship, and it's kind of getting to the point where the relationship is perfect. Nothing's going wrong or anything, but the feelings aren't getting lost, but they're getting buried underneath the hassles of life. Like the hassles of family, the hassles of work and school and balancing time with friends. Your relationship just kind of gets buried, and you stop being a pair, you start being a team. You start just being together because you're supposed to be. Not because you want to be, but just because that's the way it is. And I don't like it because I'm the type of person who, when I get in that rut, I tend to do something crazy to overcompensate for the rut that I've been in, what I haven't been doing. So I tend to make mistakes, and I tend to screw up relationships and sabotage the best relationships I could be in because they're boring. And I'm kind of starting to learn not to do that because one mistake can lead to your entire life at the time just being come crashing down. And like just trying to make it through that rut and get over it and start trying new things and start going back out with your friends. It's kind of important, I've started to realize. Like, Like, I've been going out on girls' nights now and all this type of things just to get away from my boyfriend. And it's not really a bad thing to give each other time and pick a fight or two just to make it so that you don't get bored with each other. Well, that's pretty much my insightful mood of the day. But other than that, back to a less draining topic. I kind of have been wondering about just kind of a random question. What do you think of a person who, when you see them, when you are walking on the street and you see a person, what do you think when you see them with a boy? If it's a girl, what do you think when you see that girl with a guy? What is your reaction? What do you automatically assume about that couple of people? I want to know, because I was starting to think about this over the weekend because I was out at the fireworks. And when I automatically look at people, I assume they're dating. Usually they're not. Usually they're either just friends or siblings. But I want to know what you viewers assume people are when they're in a couple. So I think that's the end of my video for today. I'll try to update more often. But follow me at Twitter. It's on the sidebar. And just leave me comments. Okay, love you.